Ladies and gentlemen, dobro jutro. About forgot what I was going to say. It's been a long time. Good to see you. You haven't seen my face for a bit, have you? Because the last couple of videos I made in Niche was all from the other end of the camera, so you didn't get to see my beautiful face. Today I've got a quick video. How often do I say that? A quick one, man. 2 questions from 2 people. And we're going to answer them quickly. And one thing, quickly, so many people ask me, how come you always wear this shirt in a video? It's not that I'm trying to promote America or push my country onto you. It's because the shirt actually fucking fits me, okay? It's American shirt, so it's a little bit large and it fits my fat stomach, okay? That's the reason I wear this shirt a lot, not to push my country onto you. Svima. Okay? Anyway, I got 2 interesting questions here today, from 2 interesting people, I should say. One is a Serbian who's a little bit frustrated, and the other one is from a gentleman from Kuwait, a Kuwaiti gentleman. And so let's get busy here. Let's find out. Which do we want to do first? Let's do this Kuwaiti gentleman. His name is Abdullah Al-Hindi. So Mr. Al-Hindi, salam alaikum to you, sir. What a pleasure to get a message from you. I've spoken to this young man a couple times. He's infatuated with Serbia. He posts Serbian flags and things on his profile. So such a good young man. He lives really close to the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait City. A beautiful, beautiful place. Wow. You've got the most powerful currency on the planet, young man. So lace my palm with some, would you? Anyway, Mr. Hindi says, "Hi, Charles. The English isn't the greatest here, so I'm gonna assist him in making this great again." Okay. Making this message great again. "Hi, Mr. Charles. I want to ask you a couple questions about Serbia and the Serbian people. I will travel there with my future wife, but I think she will not know Serbia well. I think she might not come with me, so I will go alone." Šta si rekao, brate? "What is the best place to stay, hotel or flat? And if I rent a flat, how can I find one, and how can I pay? I want to travel to Belgrade, then Novi Sad and Niš, each city 1 week. Is there a supermarket next to the flats, or is it very far away? I want to have friends there, but I heard from my uncle. He told me that they don't like Muslims and Arabs, so I'm a little scared. Give me your opinion. Thank you. My regards." First of all, thank you, sir, and thank you for your interest in this beautiful little country that I currently call home. So I am a voluntary Serb is what I am. Some of the Serbians watching are saying, "Fuck you, you're not either." But I am too. I want to be. Most people don't want to be, but I do, because I like it. I like the people, I like the country. It's mine now, okay? Anyhow, let's get to your questions here. Buddy. Let's skip to the end part of your question. You said that your uncle said that they don't like Muslims and Arabs. False. I don't think the vast majority of the majority view is they don't hate anybody. And that's the thing that every single foreigner who comes here has this question to say, "I heard the Serbs don't like us. I heard the Serbs hate this people, that people. I heard Serbs hate Catholics and Protestants and Muslims and Arabs and Americans and Canadians and all that." It's not true. There is a small groups, just like in every single country, people that just hate people for the hell of it. And there's going to be people that hate Muslims and Arabs, of course. There's going to be people who hate Catholics. There's a lot of people here who hate me, my friend. But the majority of the population is very kind, open, willing to accept anybody who's interested in them. And Serbian people will be very interested in you, to know that you're from Kuwait and that you're interested in coming here, spending your money in their country, in tourism here. That's a big deal. And let me tell you, just yesterday, funny story, a gentleman from Bahrain was just here. Bahrain's that little island south of you. Well, you know, but maybe some people don't. Bahrain's that little island in the Persian Gulf right next to Saudi Arabia and Cather. He came here. Funny story. He sent me a message and wanted to meet me. And he said, "Charles, I'm an immigration officer from Bahrain International Airport." He said, "I came to Serbia because of you." I said, "Wow, super. I would love to meet you too." So he came over here to Novi Sad, told me a story. He said one day, when he first started his job, he said somebody came through the line with a Serbian passport. Never seen it before. make a long story short, he looked at it, he said, this doesn't look right, never heard of Serbia, you need to come in this room. So he took the Serbian into a back room to grill him about his country, to look over his documents better. And the guys, him and this Bahraini guy and this other guy, they'd never heard of Serbia, and they work at the airport. That's kind of scary. But they started talking, and the Serbian guy's like, it is a country, here, he pulled up his phone on Google while they're looking at the documents. Found some information on Serbia, pulled up YouTube, found me. He said, hey, this is an American guy speaking English about Serbia. So this guy watched it. They had a good relationship. They approved him to come into Bahrain. So the Serbian guy left, and this guy was very interested. He takes vacations all the time, and he said, I'm interested in Serbia. He looks up Serbia on YouTube again, finds me, watches my videos, and he comes here to meet me. And he had a great time here in this country. So back to your uncle. The Serbians have had a history, of course, with Muslim and Islam trying to be forced on the Serbian people, who are Serbian Orthodox or Orthodox Christian folks. The Turks came up here and took over this whole land for about 408, almost 500 years. The Turks were here. Serbians are Serbian Orthodox Christians. The Turks tried to force their religion onto these people, but the Serbians fought back. The Serbians said, no, we're Christian. We are Serbian Orthodox Christian. They fought off, and after 500 years, they finally kicked the Turks out of this area. The Bosnian folks, they adopted this religion, Islam. A lot of the Albanians down south, majority of them in the country of Albania are Muslim. The majority of those folks in the southern region of Serbia, called Kosovo, that they claim is separate, are Muslim folks. And so there is a little bit of tension between those folks. Also, Croatia was Catholic, so people like to say it's the religion part of that. But they don't hate you. They will not hate anybody just because you're a Muslim and you're Arab. Okay? It depends on you. Totally on you, my dear friend. So me, there's a lot of people that probably don't like Americans here because my country bombed them. But me, I'm a nice guy, I like to think. And so people like me. Most people. So if you're nice, you're respectful, you will have absolutely zero problems. You will be respected. You will be, people will be interested in you. I swear. So tell your uncle he's incorrect. Okay? They don't hate anybody. They're nice people. Back to your question about you said your wife might not come with you. How to find an apartment here. I can assist you with that. I've got 3 people right now writing to me and want me to help them find an apartment. And it's a pain. So if you want to be nice, since you're Kuwaiti, send me some money and I'll find them all for you, okay? But you want to stay a week in Niš, Novi Sad, and Belgrade. Okay, you're probably looking. A good website for you to go to is Airbnb. Airbnb is where you live with a homeowner. A homeowner has maybe a little house or an apartment. They rent it to you. That's probably your cheapest route. Since you're only staying for a week in each city, I wouldn't recommend a hotel. It depends on how much money you want to spend. If you're from Kuwait and you have an oil field in your backyard and you've got unlimited income, maybe you want to stay in a 5-star hotel. They have that here, okay? They have one in Niš. There's one in Belgrade, and there's one here in Novi Sad. So I could price those for you. I can send you the links for those, my friend. I'd be happy to do that. Or to do even a cheaper route. If you wanted to get to know Serbia and Serbian people, you could use a website called Couchsurfing, and that allows you to stay with people for free. People open up their house just for backpackers and people who want to see the country and live in their culture. So there's lots of those. So I need just a few more specifics from you. And every city here, you mentioned, is there supermarkets next door? There's lots of supermarkets in this city, in every city you mentioned. Belgrade, I've lived in all 3. Belgrade, Niš, and Novi Sad, those are the 3 biggest cities in Serbia. And I go to all 3 of them all the time. There's big supermarkets, there's small supermarkets, there's little shops on the corner, and there's outdoor markets called piazzas. So there will always be one within 2 blocks from you, okay? I guarantee it. So you won't have any problems with that. How can you pay? What you should probably do, since you have the Kuwaiti money, there's 3 Kuwaiti kids that come here all the time. They're triplets, and I know them well. Their son-in-law, or their brother-in-law, sorry, owns some businesses here, and so they come here. They're my friends. And so usually they will just get their money into dollars. They'll get dollars in Kuwait, and then they come here with American dollars, and you can always find transferring. It's so easy. There's a place called a Minjachnica, which helps you. It's a money exchange. So you give them dollars and they give you money back, okay? And the going rate for an American dollar is about 116 Serbian dinara per American dollar. So, you know, you won't have any problems transferring money. I don't know if you guys use wire transfers, things like that. But if you use Airbnb and stuff, you can pay online with a credit card, but I don't know if you guys do that. And most of the people here probably don't want that method. They probably want cash in their hand when you come here. That's what a lot of the places like. Anyway, I know you'll have a great time, and when you come here, my dear friend, I would love to meet you. I love Arab culture. I love to smoke shisha. Anyway, good luck, sir, and keep me informed of your decision. Next question's from a Serbian. He says, Charles, first, I'm going to try to translate this and make it a little better. He says, Charles, first of all, my English is not good, but yebiga. It's good to have foreigner here from USA. We forget all the things that make us special. But I see no future here, and I don't think we are special like you say. We are not good, Serbs to Serbs. Many family and neighbors jealous when we do success. What do you say? First of all, we forget all the things that make you special. Okay, well, you said things that make you special, and then you said you don't think we're special. I think you're special people to me, okay? I came here, been all over to many places, and I think your people are special. You're special to me. You're good to foreigners. You're good to me. You treat all these foreigners who come here with lots of respect and lots of generosity and hospitality. So people like you. You need to realize that when these other folks from all these Western countries come here and love your people, that must say something. You probably don't know, my friend, because maybe you haven't left Serbia a lot. You haven't went to a lot of Western countries where people are a little bit colder, maybe, to foreign folks. But here, you make foreigners here feel special and feel welcome and feel warm and just accepted. And so that's a big thing. When you go, a lot of people go to the USA. We're great people. I think we're some of the kindest, funnest people there are. But in general, a foreigner in certain places, they don't feel special. People don't invite you to sleep in their home when they first meet you, to eat their home-cooked meal when they first meet you. I mean, that's a little bit different, you know. So here, I think you are special. And you need to look in the mirror. You need to travel and realize, hey, I'm Serbian. I'm proud. Because all these people who come here love us, so we must be good. You said, we're not good Serbs to Serbs. I've heard that from a number of folks. So many people will tell me, Charles, you know, we're not that good, you know. You are good to foreigners, I know that. I can't speak on behalf of the Serbian because I'm not a Serbian. Me, living here for almost 6 years, everywhere I go all over this place. Probably more places than Serbians go. I've been to more cities here, I know, than almost all of you, I'm sure. Everywhere I go, not once have I had a major issue here with people treating me like crap. Every time I go up, I've never not been able to solve a problem by not speaking Serbian. I always will go up to a random person. Izvini, da li govorite engleski? Da, yes, how can I help? Do you know how to get to the post office? Yes, I will walk you there. It's 3 blocks that way. I said, you don't need to walk me, just this way. No, I want to speak to a foreigner. Happens all the time. You're so good to foreign people. But I've heard a lot of Serbians from southern Serbia tell me when they come to Belgrade and they speak to a Serbian with that southern dialect that sometimes Serbians in Belgrade can be a little arrogant. And I've seen maybe a little of the arrogance here by traveling around and speaking to people in Niš, Kragujevac, and Novi Sad and Belgrade. Maybe Belgrade kids maybe have this little chip on their shoulder, you could say, because they're from a capital. But that's the same thing in Illinois. If you're from southern Illinois, central Illinois, and you go to Chicago, they can tell it, and they think, we're from Chicago, we're better than you. That's just the same with every country. Many family members and neighbors are jealous when we do well. You know, I've heard a lot of Serbians tell me that too, that there's a little jealousy factor in Serbia. You know, there's that saying, I forget how to say it. They said it comes from like some Serbian village. Like a Serbian villager looks out the window and they want the neighbor's cow to die. Kako se kaže na srpskom? Ne znam, I can't remember. But I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of that, brate moj. People being jealous of your success. Who cares? You know, just Pick yourself up by your bootstraps, brate moj, and make Serbia great again, brother. Who cares what your family and your neighbors have to say? If they're looking down on you and not wanting you to succeed, brush them to the side and succeed anyway, brate. You know, your country, you see no future here. I see a bright future here, sir. And if there's people that actually have the ambition and the passion to make this country great, you can do it. But if you have this in your head, this negativity, and you wake up every day, you go into the shower and you think, God, there's no future here. I don't think this country's good. It's not gonna be good. You gotta wake up in the morning and say, you know what, maybe my neighbor doesn't like me, maybe my neighbor wants me to fail, but I'm not gonna goddamn fail. I'm gonna make my neighbor look like shit because I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do double what my neighbor wants me to do, and I'm going to make this country great. And you can. Lots of these foreign people see the potential here with the intelligence of the Serbian kids. Lots of these Serbians are proud anyway, but they want to get out of here. But because there's not that many jobs, but you've got to be able to find a way to create these jobs. You know, a little sacrifice, get together with some friends, try to open something. You know, there's lots of things you can do online. Get some education in website development and things like that, and you can do a lot of things, and you can make this country better. This country has struggled. Of course, it's struggling still. It's a struggling economy. But look at your neighbors. They're struggling too. If you look back at your history, you guys have had non-stop war. Just recently in 1999, your infrastructure was destroyed. Your country fell apart. You had years and years of socialism, so you had all these factories that collapsed in 2000. That's recent history. So things, of course, are going to be a little bit slow and stagnant for a bit, but I see it improving. You know, you're getting a lot. Novi Sad, for example, they won 2 awards here, European awards, that European Cultural Capital of 2021 and European Youth Capital of 2019. That gives spotlight on this country. Like it or not, the Belgrade Waterfront Project, you know, I'm in the middle on that too, but at least that's getting some people seeing what they're doing in this country. Possible investment from outside entities, that's going to create more jobs. Serbian diaspora, they see this, they're going to come here, open businesses. You have the ability to do that, but you got to improve yourself. You got to have the attitude, first of all, that you can and you will do it, brother. And that's it, my friends. I got to go. Do widzenia.